Here comes your pre-market summary for Wednesday, February 15th. Futures back in negative territory, coming off a pretty nice recovery yesterday following CPI data that came in line with expectations. Back to the upside, though, on the month-over-month number. That had the initial move for the market to the downside. Here's how things are shaping up. Right now, 0.29 for the S&P to the downside, about the same for the Dow and the NASDAQ as well. Right across the board, we did see initial strength from tech once again, but it has since faded. TSX futures here in Toronto about 0.5% lower. Same story for crude oil once again. A couple of days higher for crude, so back to the downside. 2.25 there for Bitcoin. Ethereum back in positive territory as well. A couple of key numbers coming up this morning at 8:30. U.S. retail sales on the month-over-month. We'll get also the New York Fed manufacturing number. That can move the market if it is one way or the other, more than expected or less. U.S. industrial production month-over-month then comes at 9:15. So we'll have a look at all of those as they come through this morning. Let's look at the overall market. Yeah, green at the end of the day when all was said and done yesterday. Same story for the Qs. Back to the upside. It was tech that led things higher throughout the entire session. Watching Airbnb shares. Nice report from them aftermarket yesterday. Forecast even better. Nights and experiences booked for Airbnb, both in this quarter and their forecast better than expected. Record, in fact, for Q4 for Airbnb. Tesla back on watch this morning, moving here in the pre-market as well. This out, they're going to halt production in China for a quick upgrade they have to do once again to the Shanghai facility. That's according to Bloomberg. There's also a positive note on the charging network story that we were discussing yesterday, so we'll get back into that a little bit. Today, for Tesla, already nicely higher here in the pre-market. Ford shares back on watch as well after what happened yesterday. They're going to halt production and shipments of the F-150 Lightning to deal with this potential quote-unquote battery issue after that new deal was announced yesterday. Mobileye back on watch quietly with a huge day and a breakout yesterday. Barclays initiating coverage at overweight for Mobileye today, $60 price target. Little one, PGY, Pagaya, back on watch as well. They actually reported better than expected results, little software maker. So we'll have a look at PGY shares. And yeah, Krispy Kreme higher this morning. They reported aftermarket yesterday. We'll also have a look at Roblox set to report before we get going here in the pre-market this morning as well. Grab the watch list, guys. Use that QR code, bottom of the screen right now. Join us then at 8:30 on TraderTV.Live.